So we've given you our predictions of the big three and what they're going to be doing at their presentations. Most likely are incorrect. So now we're going to give you our incorrect predictions of what's going to happen with the third parties at E3 this year.
Correct.
Now we have a long list of games, so we're going to be blunt and quick about this.
Okay, 2K Games, XCOM Enemy Unknown.
Yeah, XCOM was. This is not the same XCOM as that first-person shooter that was was quietly just delayed for a while. I think they're trying to reinvigorate it and change it up a bit. But this game is more of the classic XCOM.
Yeah,
and then we got Borderlands 2.
That one's a big one.
We kind of already seen the game.
Yeah, I mean, they already showcased it. They just probably just show more features on it.
Features.
Maybe some DLC stuff.
Yeah. Nothing from Rockstar, but that's to be expected. Unless a major presentation discusses it. Then we got Activision. We know there's Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
That's going to be in Microsoft's conference.
Yep, and we know there's going to be a Call of Duty for the Vita, if it hasn't been vaporwared. And we also have Skylanders Giants.
This is going to be a big one for them, because they're going to showcase more of the characters, more of the levels, and just more of the characters.
And most of the characters. And then we have Tony Hawk Pro Skater HD. That comes out very soon. But not yet. I think that they want to push that, try and reinvigorate the series just a little bit.
Well, yeah, that's one problem I had with their series in general. It was too much. They became too realistic and less crazy.
That's what this game is trying to be. Crazy fun.
Oh, good.
And then you got Atari. Nothing. They're not going to be there at all in any way, shape, or form.
That's not good.
They're actually focusing heavily on mobile platforms, which means they've kind of gone for that free-to-play Facebook type style games. The last few years they've been trying to reboot franchises like Haunted House and Yard's Revenge just hasn't been working out for them. So hopefully we'll see what happens before Atari goes bankrupt. And then we have Capcom. Now,
Capcom has some love-hate.
We know there's it's a love-hate relationship. We know they have Resident Evil 6. We're going to finally see more about the 3-tier stories that are going on.
Resident Evil 3D.
There's a rumor that they were making another 3D game that's essentially.
I've heard that they're not going to do that.
Yeah, if it was going to happen, it was going to be the 3 3D movies that we know of, and then there was going to be another one as well, like an actual game that was going to be a small component mind, but it was going to be like that. I don't believe that is really going to be a big thing if it's there, because they're too busy working on other products right now. Then we got we got DMC.
Yes, they keep bringing this up. People don't like it, but frankly, it looks good. I know it's not what you want it, but play it. Yeah. I mean, Devil May Cry 4 didn't get highly received, so what do you want from them? Now, this next part, I know what I want from them, but this next one makes me angry.
Yeah, they want Mega Man, but you're not getting any.
Now, I heard one time they were asking someone, hey, why don't we celebrate the 25th anniversary for them? They go, well, the 25th anniversary of Street Fighter is through June. After that, you might see us talking about Mega Man. I personally believe that's just PR BS, and they just want to get people off their case about it, and maybe announce more shirts.
More shirts and more solitaire games.
They really need a new game or something. Even if they just re-released the Anniversary Collection, I think everyone would be really happy about it.
It's kind of unnerving when you hear them say, like, oh yeah, we've been having meetings with the tops to talk about what Mega Man is going to be doing for the next decade. Which means they're going to be doing nothing with Mega Man for the next decade. But we'll find out. It's a new generation. Who knows? Speaking of Mega Man, the Mega Man Legends 3 team was supposedly working on EX Troopers. EX Troopers is an animated, anime-like spin-off of Lost Planet, and that game is
using the same gameplay mechanics as what they showed for.
Yeah, it's coming out for 3DS and PS3. We've heard Seth Killian. He said, like, "Oh no, I've played EX Troopers before Mega Man Legends was a thing." Sure it was.
It looks way too similar.
Way too similar in some locations. It doesn't look bad. It looks pretty interesting, and hey, new franchise, even if it's a spin-off, it's got to be something interesting. Speaking of Lost Planet, Lost Planet 3.
This game, we saw some. I've seen some of screenshots of it. It's like Lost Planet, the first one. He plays one guy. You drive a giant mech, beat things up.
If it works out, by all means.
I just hope it's not too much. It looks a little bit like what's it called? Dead Space. It looks much like Dead Space. I'm concerned about that.
Speaking of which, EA, Dead Space 3 will be there, and with bells on.
Yes, apparently they're going to be showcasing it heavily. Sports.
That too. They're going to be heavily pushing Madden and whatever this is.
And of course, with the way if they are doing big things with Wii U, we might see a lot of Wii U sports from them.
Yeah. Overstrike and Outernauts, those are the two games that are being made by Insomniac. I think at least one of those games will be hyped or teased a bit. Speaking of which, I was going to say Activision was going to mention something about Bungie's game, but I doubt it. I think they're still a year off. Epic Games, Unreal 4 demo. Because
yes, because they have to sell their engine. This is going to be. They didn't say what platform it's on. I doubt it's Wii U.
It would be cool if it was, but I think it's for the Xbox, the next Xbox.
Yeah, and probably for the next PC or whatever. I don't know what they're going to do, but
and they have an Infinity Blade game for the new iPad. Maybe. We don't know. There's a new one.
Oh, a new one.
It's called Infinity Blade Dungeons. I think it was something like that.
I don't know. I don't like where they're putting all their efforts in making iPhone games or an iPad games.
They don't care. They make a lot of money off their Unreal Engine, so they can do whatever they want. Konami, Castlevania, 2 games, Mirror of Fate for the 3DS, and a sequel to Lords of Shadow.
My problem with Lords of Shadow is it's way too much like God of War. I don't like God of War's gameplay. It's just hack and slashing.
Well, thankfully, I would say Mirror of Fate, they might actually try and follow their style.
And I'm concerned that since Iga's not involved in it, that it's poor guy. That it's just going to be a linear game rather than the old Castlevania games instead of the exploration Castlevania games that I loved to death.
So we'll see what happens when that gets unveiled, probably before E3 even starts. Then we got Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Yeah, this game was actually being made by
Kojima Studios,
and then they decided not to. And they said, "Oh no, let's move it to Mercury."
The Mercury?
Right? Was it Mercury?
No, it was Platinum.
Thank you. It's metal.
It's metal. You're almost there. But if you were a person who was selling metals, you'd be wrong and probably be thrown in jail. But the game is being developed with Platinum, and it looked pretty good from the demo we saw. Not the really demo.
They were sword slashing and cutting robot cyborgs up.
I don't know where it's going to look, but you know what? If Platinum is making it, it's got to look smooth, as far as I can tell.
And crazy.
And crazy. Smooth and crazy.
Cool.
That's how I like my coffee. Smooth and crazy. And Project Ogre. We might hear something about that nature. We did hear them starting a project for Zone of Ender sequel, but that's actually not even really a thing right now. At E3, though, a Project Ogre teaser is to be expected. Metal Gear Solid 5, I hope it is not, but you never know. LucasArts is said to be announcing a new franchise, and Spike will be there to push it. And that game, I suspect, will be Star Wars 1313.
Why is it called 1313?
That's the number dedicated to Boba Fett. There's been rumors that Boba Fett is going to have a game dedicated to him. It's going to be either a third-person, open-world exploration game, or an action-adventure, or a first-person shooter. Another thing I'm thinking of is maybe Battlefront 3 will be shown. Or I'm just lying to myself for the 8th time. And then we got Namco Bandai, Ni no Kuni from Level 5.
Yes.
And then Star Trek the Game. Dragon Ball Z for Connect. This is
why?
It's Bandai. This is what it's either this or Naruto or something of that nature. So what are you gonna do? Sega, which has been downgraded a little bit by itself.
Yeah, because of the recent problems.
We know Sega's gonna have Aliens, Colonial Marines. The Wii U version will not be shown, or not be playable rather. Yeah. But I would be surprised. I would say they're probably gonna have their demo. The show. Mm-hmm. Sonic for the Wii U.
Or just a Sonic game in general.
Or Sonic game in general.
Generations just finished up, so it's not like they have a game right now.
I don't think we're going to see one for of that nature for that team, but I wouldn't be surprised if a Wii U Sonic is announced or shown. But there's definitely a racing game. That's going
Sonic and All-Star Racing?
Yeah, Sonic and All-Star Racing.
It's no longer called Sonic and Sega All-Stars.
No, it's Sonic and All-Stars Racing.
Yep.
So we'll see let's see what they do with the game.
With transforming into planes. Now people can say, "Oh, it's just like Mario 7."
It is not like Mario Kart 7.
Because whereas Mario 7, when you get those new things, you actually still control like a cart. Here, we're actually seeing you turn into a plane and hovercraft. And the game plays very different.
The game it's probably more in line with what you would see in, say, playing Diddy Kong Racing, but changing it up the ships
as you play.
Yeah, more so that than Mario Kart 7.
I want to see what kind of characters they bring, as well as areas.
Let's see Alex Kidd come back. He's my bro. Being Alex. Square-Enix, I have a lot of games listed here for some reason. Kingdom Hearts 3D, that game comes out soon.
Yep, it came out in Japan.
Theater Rhythm does too. Whatever.
Yep.
No Final Fantasy 13 Versus. 2 is already out, so it wouldn't be there.
So it'll be 13
I was
Versus.
correct both ways. But Versus would definitely not be there. That game is in development hell, much like The Last Guardian. And I think it's because they don't know what they're doing.
Because they're putting all their resources into other games.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy X HD, which is coming out for PS3 and Vita.
Correct. And that'll be her. Also, maybe Final Fantasy Agatha Type 0 or whatever.
Zero? I have it listed here, but I really don't know if it's going to ever come out to America. It would be odd if it didn't, because it was their attempt to make a new franchise of it, but I think it may have not have gotten the hype they wanted it.
We might see 13-3.
We might see 13-3.
Because in case you didn't
the
know,
trilogy
13-2
ends with the cliffhanger. They're probably waiting for Tokyo Game Show to show that, to be honest.
Yeah, but you never would.
Now, in terms of the Eido side, we got Tomb Raider again, definitely going to be there. Hitman Absolution, definitely going to be there. And then we also got Dragon Quest X from the
yes, this is coming out for the Wii and Wii U.
Is that going to be shown? I'm going to say a big fat no. I think the game is coming out in Japan this year, but for Wii only. It's not coming to America as a Wii game. It's coming to America as a Wii U game, if at all. And that I think that the game is going to be releasing probably in mid-2013. So I'd say more likely than not Nintendo will show it off, or even Nintendo and Square-Enix will show it off later in the year, but not now. Now is not the time to be showing off an MMO, especially after what happened to 3A Studios. Tokyo Tecmo Koei, Dead or Alive 5, and that's all everyone cares about. Yes, THQ will not have anything on the show floor, but it's going to be showing off Darksiders 2 and Metro Last Light at particular conferences and stuff.
Now, do you think they might show up on the Wii U's
conference? It'll probably, you know what? I wouldn't hold against them. I think one of those two will be at their event. Ubisoft is a big one. We already had a trailer for Shoot Mania, Storm, which was there. It looks pretty sweet. Definitely something to look into. And then we have the leaked trailer of Rayman Legends. And we have Assassin's Creed 3,
which is a big one, with where it's taking place in America during the Revolution. Seeing an open world setting, something new from being the tight areas in the other games.
And that's going to be something significant for that. And then we have Tom Clancy. I predict a Tom Clancy game of some sort. We know that Ghost Recon Future Warrior is just coming out, but
I don't think we're going to see one then.
I personally think we're going to see. Oh yeah, there's that new IP they're working on, isn't there?
I don't know.
Beyond Good Evil 2 is not showing. It's never showing up.
Never show.
It's never coming this year.
Never show.
It's not coming up this year.
And Valve.
Valve will not have a console, but it will be there to showcase Counter-Strike Counter-Offensive, which is an actual console-based first-person shooter. Other than that, I think we've covered most of it. Mind you, who knows what surprises we'll see. We might see Ubisoft with another game from Q Entertainment.
We might see Mega Man from Capcom.
We might actually all die in a blaze of glory as Tony proceeds to run into the LA Convention Center screaming, "Bring Mega Man, you sons of bitches."
Or Bomberman.
Or Bomberman.
Anyways, we'll give you our impressions once we see what they're providing.
Yep. Our impressions will be given and based on the press conferences as they come out, which means Konami to Square-Enix is going to have one, I think, and EA, and then Ubisoft, and then the other three. Hopefully, we'll be able to do all of them. We definitely are going to do the three main ones. That's guaranteed. We've done Ubisoft before, and Konami, and I wouldn't hold it against either one. But don't expect them to happen in real time. I think it'd be safer to say expect them either Wednesday or Thursday following the actual days of craziness.
E3's been crazy.
It's cray.
Right. So we'll see.
So you know what? It's probably like 4 in the morning right now because we've been spending so much time talking to you about games. So we're cray and we're sleepy.
We'll see you at E3.
Yeah.